1 year ago today, a family lost their brother, son, father, and friend. George Floyd was murdered by former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. Chauvin is now waiting to be sentenced after being found guilty on all counts. And many across the nation will use today to remember Floyd's life by calling for change. President Biden is planning to host Floyd's family at the White House as lawmakers push to pass a police reform bill, which is still stalled in the U.S. Senate. 11 Alive's Washington, D.C. correspondent Tracy Potts has more on the George Floyd Policing Act.
Sheba, President Biden had hoped to have the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act on his desk, ready to be signed by today's one-year anniversary. That is not happening, but negotiating still is, and lawmakers say they're making progress. After rallying in Minneapolis,
I will stand and be the voice for him.
George Floyd's family is back in Washington today, meeting at the Capitol with lawmakers and the White House with President Biden.
The bill is passed,
Pushing for the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act to become law.
We've all seen the knee of injustice on the neck of Black Americans. Now's our opportunity to make some real progress.
But the reform bill is stuck in the Senate. The White House and key senators are negotiating.
We're certainly hopeful that that activism, that engagement will help move this legislation across the finish line.
Lawmakers are hopeful.
I think we can see the end of the tunnel.
Everybody wants to get something really meaningful done.
The Floyd Act would ban chokeholds and no-knock warrants, prohibit racial profiling, create funding for community policing, collect more data about police encounters, and end qualified immunity for law enforcement. Changes happening around the country, though. Some 3,000 police reform bills have been introduced in state legislatures. 30 states have already taken action. I'm Tracy Potts. Back to you, Sheba.
Tracy, thank you. And Atlanta has been instrumental in the George Floyd movement over the past year as everyone from protesters to civil rights leaders march, demand justice and accountability. And that course of action will continue today. There will be multiple rallies and memorials for Floyd. At 6 tonight, the My Daddy Changed the World rally at Troy Davis Park in Atlanta. The mother of Gianna Floyd is expected to speak.